Alright guys, so this is a trading recap of trading week. Okay, so in this video I'll be focusing solely on GBPUSD price action. If you are watching this video and you haven't watched the video where I talked about Euro USD, please make sure you watch the trading recap that I actually made on Euro USD and how you can actually fit this into your trading system. It works for real. Okay, so now just same if you actually watched the outlook I actually made on the pre-market of GBP USD, I was actually what bullish on my buyers. So I actually marked up our buy side liquidity that I actually want price to get to throughout the whole week. That was my what my envision that I have for GBP USD, my buyers. So I was what bullish. Okay, now let's see weekly profile. Okay, let's see what Monday does. Now on Monday, price did what? There was an expansion. You could see midnight opening. All right. Price tapped into what? A fair value gap and midnight open, and then what? Expanded. Expanded and got to where? To London section. Now during London section, what happened at this point? Remember when the price expanded, it broke above where? This high. This is the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so it broke above this high right here. Sorry guys, the rain is actually falling. Okay, now if you observe, what do you see? This right here, this break above gives birth to what? A breaker. So this right here is a what? A breaker in alignment with what? Yeah, a fair value gap. All right. What the price do? London traded back. Okay, you could see this. You could see our price engineered what liquidity, and then what was a sweep. Okay. So now what was the focus on Monday? We had to be what? To be patient. Okay. So this possibly will happen on Monday. So this right here. So when price actually broke through, you could see what next. We want price to do what? To come all the way here to do what? To break the structure point here. But you could see what happened. Price didn't. But instead there was a what? A rejection. But this time it was when on Tuesday. You could see when price actually got to this fair value gap, it was around 7. That was after New York Q zone. Okay. So basically when price gets here, what we are expecting a push up breaking above. Okay, now that is another concept when you're actually trading fair value gaps. Okay, there was no liquidity sweep inside here. Even if you go lower, there's no liquidity sweep. There was just price coming into it and then pushing higher. Now on Tuesday, during London section, okay, so this was midnight opening on Tuesday. Now all of these right here are what? Liquidities. Okay, let me just delete this. So all of these right here are what? Liquidities. When price got to this point, traded above, then what next? London section. Okay, so London started and we started what? Selling. What was the intention? To take out liquidity, guys. If you are actually watching my video, or see if you have actually watched the rest of my video, you would notice or know that I actually use what? Liquidity to do what? To trade. This is purely ICT 2022 model whereby I focus on sell side liquidity and buy side liquidity. Okay, so this right here is a what? Is a buy side liquidity inside where a key level, which is our what? Our fair value gap. Okay, now when price got here, check the timing. New York session on Tuesday. What happened? An expansion. Guys, it's just clean. Now, after the expansion, what are we waiting for? There are so many things you can actually do when price sweeps a liquidity inside the key level. Okay, first you want to mark out your order block. Okay, now on the 1 hour time frame, where is your order block? This guy right here. Sorry, this right here is your what? Your order block. Now, for some persons, they will actually want to go where? Lower, to the lower time frame. Okay, let me just delete this Monday's section so the chart looks clean. Okay, so what happened? Price traded above. This will confirm a lot. So let's see the 15 minutes time frame. Let's see what we got. Okay, so you could see right here that we have what? A bearish fair value gap right here. What did price do? Price inversed it. Don't forget, this is the 1 hour order block. Price traded above. This is actually a good confluence that we are about to do what? To go all the way in. Okay, now what the price does, price came back to the order block. Okay, filled this inverse this inversion right here, let me just mark it. Now I'm just showing you how 2022 ICT model actually works. Okay, so price came back to this fair value gaps. The good thing is you can actually make use of fair value gap, you can actually make use of inversion, you can actually make use of breaker, you can actually make use of fair value gaps, other blocks I mean, as your point of interest or your entry point. Okay, so you might actually just decide to like, okay, well, I have my setup here, price sweeps liquidity, price expanded, and we have price coming back right here, my entry. Okay, this right here is a beautiful move, and guys, where's the target? Sell side, buy side liquidity. Okay, but in this scenario whereby you are actually waiting, don't forget we actually have 2 points. Okay, 2 points that we are actually looking at. Let's check the monthly. Okay, now on the monthly time frame, what do you see? Please, if you have not watched my outlook, okay, that I actually made, please do so in my previous videos. Okay, so this right here was my first target. Okay, I was looking at this high and then this high. The reason why I was also looking at this high was because the low that actually led to this high, which is this low, actually what got swept. You could see price swept it and started what trading above. Okay, you could see the low that led to this high what was swept or was taken out. Let me use that word, was taken out. Okay, so the high, then the low, this low taking out this previous low that created this high, that makes this high what our next liquidity target. Okay, so that was the same concept you're actually going to use. Okay, so this was the high that led to this low. Don't forget, this low took out this previous low that led to this high. And where's the next target? This high. Okay, so basically we have what a clear direction. So now after taking out the first target, which is the buy side liquidity, what next? Okay, remember we are actually what bullish. Okay, so when price takes out a liquidity, a buy side liquidity, what next? We want to be targeting a minor sell side liquidity, so there will be a rejection, so that price can come into a key level and then start what moving upward. Okay, so before we go about price taking out this, there is something I actually want to show us too. For some persons who are more conservative like me, waiting for, let me just delete this, sorry, waiting for a more confirmatory entry. Okay, now the moment price broke above this zone right here, how can we use logic on that? Okay, now don't forget we need to work with kill zones. Okay, so if you go down to like the 15 minutes time frame, let's see what will happen. Okay, so this is more than enough. You are having an inversion right here, shows that price is going to do what, to go higher, confirmed already. Okay, so this would be your entry, and you can get more entries subsequently. Okay, even after this high right here was taken out. Okay, so now the moment this high right here was taken out, it becomes what, a breaker. Okay, so we have what, a breaker, and what is our anticipation for price to do what, to come back to it? Let's go on to the 4 hours time frame. Let's just see what happens. Okay, so guys, it's actually winning right here, so that was why I'm like trying to like raise up my voice so you all get. Okay, I think network is okay, it's back. All right, so sorry, the 1 hour, let's focus on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so we have this right here as our what, as our breaker. And what happened after price took out liquidity, hitting our targets? Remember, we have another target right here, up here, that we need to also focus on. Sorry, this right here, this weekly buy sell liquidity, or is monthly, forgotten. So okay, so we have that liquidity over there. Now after price took out the liquidity right here, what happened? We saw a rejection. Okay, price rejected, came into a key zone, which is our breaker. Now guys, at this point, what are you waiting or looking out for? Now let's see. Now when price came all the way down here, there was a rejection off from it. Okay, this is it guys. There was a rejection. Now this rejection actually indicates that we might be going higher. Okay, now we need to align time and price. Okay, Now there is no liquidity sweep right here, or mainly, okay. And what happened? The moment price got into this Q zone, well, based on strategy, many persons would be looking to buy. If you're actually looking to buy, it's not bad, okay. But for me, I would rather wait for a sweep, okay. So the moment price started trading higher, there was this major low here and this low right here that price actually engineered. So let me just delete this. Then this, we are done with that, okay. So price came here, it was around London section on Wednesday, okay. And what happened? Price traded higher, then started rejecting. Okay, now this move right here, all of this move right here was what? Just accumulation, okay. So it's just accumulation. But don't forget, guys, this is something that you need to see that for. So from Wednesday to Thursday, price was what was basically just accumulating. But then there is something we spotted. Okay, and what's that? Sorry, let me just remove the middle point. Okay, inside the accumulation there was what? A strip. Okay, so we have this strip right here. This low got swept. This low also got swept. Okay, so those will be sell side liquidity. So let's just move this since we've actually gotten to our target. All right, so the chart looks clean. Now, don't forget, on when price got to our buy side on Wednesday, okay, this is its and 7, price started what? Consolidating. Okay, now this move right here would actually want people to do what? To start selling. Okay, but this was no good time for us to trade, but instead, so just wait for price to do what? To do its thing. So we had a sweep right here, and price expanded. This expansion after taking out this liquidity indicates that this low that got into this breaker was a protected low, okay, and we can actually focus on doing what? On buying. Now after this expansion, what next? Well, we ought to like look out for timing going on to the lower time frame to see what price actually does. Okay, so now on the lower time frame, 15 minutes time frame, what happened? Let's see what happened. Okay, so we have this inversion right here, don't forget. We are also making use of that after a sweep. We want to see an inversion, a fair value gap being inverse. So we have this inversion right here. Now after the inversion, price traded above. Okay, now after that, what next? What do you see? Well, fair value gap, okay, in alignment with what? A breaker. Here it is, this right here, okay, could have made move down because it actually did what? Reacting from this fair value gap right here. Okay, so the moment price traded above this point of interest, it becomes what? A breaker. A breaker in alignment with what? Fair value gap. This right here is what we call the ICT unicorn entry model. Okay, so you can see how price was at first reacting off, reacting, ranging. Then what happened? After this low got taken out, okay, price started expanding, and then you could see how clean it is. Okay, now this right here happened during what? Thursday. So on GU, there was literally not much. GU, if you're actually trading GU, you require a lot of patience, okay, because there was really not much opportunity for a patient guy like me. And of course, I always continue to preach about patience and how it will be very important in your trading career. Okay, so now you could see price also inverse this. Okay, price inverse this. So it was first of all an inversion right here, another inversion right here, and you could see how price was kind of like ranging. Price got again into our key level, the unicorn model, expanded. We had a minor sweep right here, then a push upward. Okay, so this is literally what Friday's price action. So this is Friday midnight opening. Okay, so if you go back to the 1 hour time frame, let's see what Friday is actually doing. So I really don't think there's much on GU, but it was actually a nice one on GU. Yeah, it was a nice price action. If you could actually catch two of those trades, two trades, in a week, you are good to go. That's actually a plus for you. Okay, so I think because of the rain, network is kind of bad, so let's just wait. All right, so while waiting, I want to use this opportunity to also help us to see that in trading, you need to be very disciplined. Okay, it's really possible for you to understand the craft, for you to use the craft to make money for yourself. Now, what you need to understand is it's not just about making profits, but about sticking to the plan. Okay, there are a lot of setups that require you to wait. Can you wait for a setup to form? The moment you actually see a setup forming, you got excited, and because of that, you feel like, okay, wait, this is actually the right moment for me to get into this trade, even knowing the fact that your trade has not formed yet, it's still forming, and it will require a lot of time for it to form, probably for a candle close or in 2 hours or 3 hours for it to like form completely. Can you be that patient? It's not just about clicking buttons, guys. It's not just about we wanting to make the money. It's about we showing the kind of trader we ought to be whenever we are taking up or putting on a trade. Okay, so guys, so after price expanded, what do we see on the 1 hour time frame? Good, fair value gap. Okay, a fair value gap. Guys, you know how important fair value gap is in ICT concepts. Whenever you see a fair value gap on a higher time frame, if you actually scale down to the lower time frame, it will serve as either a buy side liquidity or a sell side liquidity. Very good. Now, whenever price taps into a fair value gap, what are you waiting for? A rejection. Okay, we don't want to see a body close, but we want to see just the wick, a nice rejection, and that is what happened right here on GU. Okay, now of course you know what I'll be looking out for whenever I'm actually going to trade stuff like this. Okay, this high right here to be what? To be taken out. Okay, so the moment we actually get a body close above this level, what next, guys? What next? Go scale down to probably 15 minutes, 30 minutes time frame, and look for what? For entries. Okay, so let's see what we are talking about. Let's go down to the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so guys, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, if you actually scale down, you observe that price actually did what? It's a minor or a what? A significant point. Okay, so this low, and you could see this right here. Okay, and then the rejection. Now after this rejection, price started what? Trading below. Okay, for us to get on this trade, we need to see what? This point taken out. Okay, so more like this. So I think next week will be nice. Okay, next week I want to see something like this. But of course, I'm actually going to do my outlook on GBPUSD. Okay, just stay tuned. I think I'll be doing that, releasing that on Thursday, all the way to our buy liquidity. We have a long way, guys, to go. You just have to be patient. Okay, you just have to be patient. You could see how clean. Okay, how clean this is 24 hours time frame. Let's see. Okay, so this is it. You just have to be patient. Okay, so guys, that's all for GBPUSD, and it's quite a nice price action. Yeah, it was a nice price action though. GBPUSD actually delivered, and next week we're looking at taking more opportunities from these guys. Okay, remember, you just have to be patient. You need to be consistent, but yet vigilant, so you don't end up blowing your account. Okay, so guys, that's it for GBPUSD. Okay, I'm making another video on NU, so guys, just make sure you stay tuned, and then you don't miss out on any of my videos. Okay, so subscribe if you have not subscribed to this video, and then like and share. Okay, this actually encouraged me to make more videos and share my thoughts, analysis, and trace ideas with you guys, so we can actually go together. Okay, so that's it for today. Enjoy your day. Bye.